every morning he prays, he speaks in tongues.
Oh yeah.
Every single morning he has to do it because it fills his spiritual quota for the day. And then I really didn't agree with that because it's like, you have a quota to fill, like why do you have to do it every morning? Like so if you don't do it one morning, does that mean you're like not a Christian for that day or something?
Yeah. You know what I would say is like what I would like to do every day but I don't, is yield to the Spirit, ask Him to display the fruits of the Spirit in my life as I go throughout the day, so that I can live a Spirit-filled life and show people that God's out there. So, because I can easily go throughout the day and forget about God.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why I say, yeah, there is an importance of like a regular, like I'm asking God to fill me. You know, but how people do that, like speaking in tongues, or maybe the word quota is not the best word to use, but I'm like getting filled up with the Spirit for the day, so that I can live my life by the Spirit and not by my own devices.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you think there's nothing wrong with that, but just how you phrased it was kind of...
Well, I don't know what he meant, because I wasn't there. So I'm explaining to you how I would think about it. I think it's good to be filled with the Spirit on a regular basis because, one reason, it's a command from God. It says, continually be filled with the Spirit in Ephesians. So, I'm cool following God's commands, but I also think it's a good idea because we live out the fruits of God's life. You know, the fruits of God in our life. People can do that a bad way, and I don't know what he meant, so I can't speak precisely to it. But I can tell you what I think the Bible says about it. That's what I think it says.
Okay.
Yeah. That doesn't mean you're speaking in tongues, that, you know, per se, but you can just ask God in English, God, you know, fill me.